cancer and chemo started and we re-finishing soon. We have to wear masks everywhere because they re-immunocompromised. The annoying part is everyone thinking we still pretending there as a pandemic and not giving up our masks as some sort of political message. But no, bruh. My family member will die if they catch a fucking cold. I hate how everything is politicized today. This whole post on Reddit feels like it's trying to be political too. But I am happy to chime in if someone at all learns to not judge others by their health needs. My girlfriend is immunocompromised, and while a cold won't kill her, it's way worse for her than people with good immune systems. Virus would probably be really bad. I don't mask in 100% of situations, but I always have one with me, and if I am in a crowded area and in a lot of indoor situations I still wear it. I was just traveling internationally and want to be able to see her for a few days just to be safe. I was in Europe and I'd say maybe 5% of people in airports and on my flights wore masks. Also, like others have said, I love not getting sick as much as I used to. I think even if she wasn't in the picture I'd still be very cautious and continue with masks in a lot of situations. I get you on the political crap. I live in San Francisco, so no one really gives a shit around me if I am wearing a mask. But I went to visit family in Wisconsin recently and I did feel like I got some nasty looks. Fucking just mind your own goddamn business. I do, because I haven't caught so much as a cold since this all started. My allergies have never been better, and nobody randomly tells me to smile when I am out in public. I do. I'm an OR nurse and I've been masking for over a decade, so it's nothing for me to throw a level 3 mask on when I walk into a store. We're still masking at all times at work, even out of the OR, and I eat lunch in a secluded former waiting room in the basement. That said, if I'm walking into a mostly empty store, I will forgo masking at this point. I also don't socialize in person, outside of work, more than a couple times a year, and that usually happens outdoors. I don't do family holidays. Why? I haven't had so much as a cold since September of 2019. Masking has worked for me. Also, I'm apprehensive about some of the vascular side effects I've seen from COVID and find masking worth the effort to avoid that. Also, I'm extremely introverted and prefer to be anonymous in public. I am flying next week and plan to wear one on the plane, but not in the airport. I figure being in a big metal tube with a large number of people for hours has a good chance of transmission of something, not necessarily COVID. We are more spread out in the airport, so I'll take the chance there. And I am hoping to take advantage of pre-check to shorten the security line, again reducing how long I am close to people. I wear a mask because I do not have a choice. I have had parts of my right lungs removed. I have the most severe asthma, only controlled by regular injections. I have 4 immune diseases. The hospital following my care was pretty clear about my risks of death catching COVID, and I had to redo 2 vaccines usually given to children for common lung diseases protection. Yes, I work with a vulnerable population, developmentally disabled, and so I do what I can to not bring it to them. I use an N95 when in a store or crowded public area. I used to be a firefighter, so after wearing 30 pounds of PPE all the time, a mask doesn't even register. Depends on the situation. For the most part, I don't wear one anymore, but I'm wearing one today because I'm at a large work event and will be seeing my grandmother this weekend, so I'm just trying my best not to pass anything on to her, whether it be a cold or virus. At work we had extremely strict guidelines during the height of the pandemic. I always wore one anyway due to my exposure to chemicals and particles, so it never really bothered me much, and I still do at work. Out in the wild I don't fully vaccinated and boosted, but I don't begrudge anyone who still wears one. I keep a bandana or gaiter in my pocket in case I feel uncomfortable in a public situation. Yes, I have immunocompromised family members, don't want to get COVID again, love being left alone, and it keeps my face warm in winter. I'll always wear one in a grocery store, pharmacy, hospital, public transportation, airports, etc.